Greetings, students. Welcome to week 2, Keywords and Concepts. So we're going to be opening with keywords and concepts surrounding human movement, which sounds a little weird, but you'll get it as we get a little further into here. Okay, so we're opening with indigenous folks here in America, the people who were here well before any Europeans or Africans or Asians or anybody else started showing up, right? So when we talk large scale about human movement, we refer to migration. Migration generally refers to general movements, right? So if we're talking about when Asians migrated into North and South America, that's really big, right? We're talking about potentially thousands of people over potentially hundreds of years doing a thing, right? And we get people moving throughout the world. That's migration. It's big, it's macro. It often refers to those kind of periodic shifts when people finally move into an area for the first time, right? That is contrasted with two specific types of human movement, of emigration and immigration. So emigration is to leave one's country. So if I, your American professor, decided to move to Canada, I would emigrate from America, right? I'm leaving my country, so I'm emigrating. The flip side of that is immigration, and that's to permanently enter a country. So again, if we go back to me moving to Canada, I would be an immigrant in Canada, right? Because there I've entered their country. So the E word is leaving. You have left your country, so you would be an American emigrant. But in Canada, you're a Canadian immigrant. Does that make sense? We have it side by side like that. Does that help a little bit? Hopefully it should. It's not semantics. It really is kind of important here when we start talking about immigration, and migration are going to be coming up over the next couple of weeks here. And these words do mean things. When we start talking about allegiance to city-states and things like that, then we just have to get into these more complicated phrases. Speaking of human movement, since we're talking about this specifically, we're talking about Asians, Central Asians moving into North and South America. Couple theories for how this happened. Primary one is the Beringia land bridge, right? And this is that little piece of land connecting Alaska and Russia up there, Alaska and Siberia, right? That only appeared during the last ice age when everything was all frozen. So all the water level dropped and you could actually see this little bit of land, and that allowed people to actually cross that land over into North and South America. Now, originally we thought this was the only way they could possibly have done this. Well, we were wrong, right? We figured out that there were actually people who were in far, far South America well before there were people in northern North America. And we're kind of going, how did that happen? How did we do that? Boats, guys. We did it with boats. So they would basically use their watercrafts and kind of hug the coast until they found a nice spot. And then they'd stop there and make camp and start living there. So we have lots of different theories for how these different folks showed up in different ways, and we're learning more every day. Stay tuned for our next keywords video.